Stephen and Julianne are moving in together into this house they've just bought in Drumcondra in Dublin. We're offering them the services of two different interior designers to transform their home.
We know what we want, but I think there's a world of difference between saying I want that from a magazine and then actually interpreting into the space that you have involved. So I'm sure the designers have the knowledge and the patience to deal with novices like ourselves.
They will choose one designer to work with them and their budget. In return, we ask that they open their transformed house to the public for one day. Can this home become a show house?
I don't like anything in particular.
You don't like anything?
No, not really, no.
Stephen and Julianne purchased this 3-bed mid-terraced house in picturesque Drumcondra in Dublin for €385,000. They both fell in love with its beautiful Victorian character and are keen to bring it back to its former glory. I am so excited about this project. It's almost as if time was frozen in 1890.
We would be really into keeping all of the period features and all that, but we really want to put our own stamp on it as well.
Their budget is €45,000 and they share a very clear vision for their first home together. What would you hate the designers to come up with?
Anything faddy, no faddy trends, no faddy colours.
That's sort of in this week and out the next. We want something that's contemporary and timeless, I think that was the word that we came out with.
My concerns would be that the interior designer is going to give something that's too contemporary for this house. I think there has to be a balance where the old and the new have a perfect relationship together. First up is former president of the Institute of Designers in Ireland, Selma Harrington from Dublin. With a strong knowledge of architecture, she likes to create functional and innovative designs.
You are given the opportunity to kind of
bring it back to life,
create the basics and build upon it, knowing what is the vision. I am impressed with their enthusiasm and commitment to preserve its original features, which this house really deserves.
Or they can choose Jean Feeney from Dublin, whose style is eclectic. Jean has a great talent for mixing old with new, and she isn't afraid to take risks.
Basically, I'm getting you like things simple.
Yeah.
You wanted to, you know, to have some modern elements in there.
Without being...
Yes, they like modern, very simple, very classic lines, little bits of accent colour with neutral backgrounds. So I think we could work very well together.
Julianne and Stephen have passed on their brief. In 1 week, they'll meet the designers again and choose either Selma or Jean to design the interior of their home. The young couple met 6 years ago in Australia, but this is their first house together. And transforming a home is a real test on any relationship.
Julianne gets her way because I let her get her way.
No, he doesn't at all. Not at all.
I'm getting my way in the end.
I compromise a lot more, he doesn't.
I'm always right.
And this is where the decision will be made. Each designer has to build a walk-in mood board to show their vision for Julianne and Stephen's house. But it looks like they may struggle to see Selma's vision.
Compliments to Jean. I have a slightly different approach with my minimalistic hint and sketch, so we'll see where we go from here.
It's definitely minimalist. Selma wants to keep the colour palette neutral to brighten the dark house and highlight furniture as key features. But is there enough elements here to convince our couple this would work in their home?
Old houses need care and new energy. Invite you really to use your imagination as well, to look at these elements, to look at that first impression, to look at the feel. Use what is worth using with respect, and then insert new elements that would be modern, contemporary.
I like the way you have used the light colours for the flooring and for the curtains and then splashes of colour.
The style that I've gone for with this house is very modern and simple with the furniture, muted colours on the walls in keeping with the Victorian style of the house.
No imagination needed here. Jean has clearly gone for a contemporary look for Julianne and Stephen's house. Clean lines and funky furnishings should appeal to our young homeowners, but has Jean gone too modern for their 1890s house?
My style is modern, but but classic on the bigger elements and quirky and colourful on the smaller elements like accessories and some soft furnishings. The neutral walls and the neutral sofa represents the style that will go throughout the house in your bedrooms, and then it'll be accentuated with colour in throws and cushions and rugs and whatnot.
No, it looks great, and you've all the colours. The mustard is picked up in the picture as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it's great.
2 visions for Stephen and Julianne's home, but it's time to choose one.
Julianne and Stephen, you have got the most beautiful 1890s Victorian home. So what did you think of Selma's design?
There was different pieces that we did like, and there was some parts that we maybe weren't too excited about. Well, Stephen wasn't really sure of the colours and that. I think he thought they were a bit bold.
So what about the colour?
I don't mind colour, but maybe just I think the animal print is probably a good example. I think it's maybe a little bit too individual.
Well, I watched you walk into Jean's. Suddenly, I thought you could picture yourself in your home.
Absolutely. I just wanted to sit on the couch. It was so comfortable. It really was to our taste. She really just hit the nail on the head, I think.
Now for the big question. Which designer have you chosen?
I had originally come in thinking today that it would have been Selma, but the minute I walked into Jean's set, I loved it.
Let's hope Stephen agrees. Stephen, who have you picked?
I've gone with Jean as well.
Given the choice between Selma and Jean, they chose Jean's modern design. Julianne and Stephen, with their interior designer, have 7 days to transform the house. Then, we open it up to the public for 1 day. First up, the hall.
I'm bringing this hall from a very dark, dreary space into a much more open, bright entrance hall. This is a chair that I picked up at auction for a song. It started out at €5, but I picked it up for 22.
It's €22.
I know.
Oh, happy days.
So here is your floor tile, which is a crema marfil. I think it has a lot of detail in it. The veining is beautiful. And then to add a little bit more detail to it, I was going to run a border up the hall.
Do you think that's a little bit too pale against that tile?
No, it won't be. Once you seal that,
Okay.
it'll come up deeper in colour.
My concerns would be the border going around the tiles, which I wasn't mad about.
I was.
And it's not just the tiles Stephen has a problem with.
I think that's going to be a better match.
Do you like it?
No.
Let's see it up on the wall though, Stephen, you know?
Okay.
Now it's up on the wall. Will he change his mind?
It couldn't be accused of being beige.
I like that. You don't like it?
I just think it's very samey.
If that was with no veins and no
Yeah.
character, I would totally agree with you.
I think probably I don't have the eye.
Julianne and Stephen want to restore the original features in the house, starting with the stairs.
I really like the way you restored that.
Well, we French polished it and used a rosewood colour on it.
It sets the whole hall off.
It's very classic, but it's very bright. And it'll really tie in with the runner, which is black with a caramel and cream pinstripe in it.
Wow, you're really not afraid to take risks.
Well, that's why I'm here.
The couple are adding a Chinese-style table, an artwork that brings them back to the start of their relationship.
That's a really big landmark in St Kilda where we met in Melbourne.
What a hall. This is fantastic. Love the floor. Hey, and what about the mosaic? Over to you.
It's better than what I thought.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, well.
It looks all right.
No, it looks fabulous. It absolutely frames the hallway, which is what we wanted.
Then we come to kind of the focal point in the hall. The very distressed Chinese-style console table. Now, does this look a little bit too distressed? It doesn't look like it fell off a boat on the way to China.
It looks distressed, yes, certainly. But I think with the polished, flooring, the hall can take a little bit of rough.
Next up, the master bedroom. They've knocked a wall to combine 2 rooms into one large space.
The feel of the room is going to be slightly plush, bringing it into the 21st century.
And to modernise the existing fireplace, they're spray painting it black.
Okay, Stephen, I'm going to show you your bedroom colour now.
Excellent.
It's kind of an oystery colour. There is a little hint of purple in it.
Okay.
Don't be afraid.
No.
What do you think?
I do, I like it actually.
Yeah?
I know there's a surprise.
It's always nice to have a little bit of depth in the walls because it makes the bedroom kind of cocoony and cosy.
Jean wants to create a boutique hotel feel in the master bedroom. She's certainly talented at mixing styles, but do French window shutters really work?
I was kind of afraid that they might block out some light.
And we were worried that they were going to stick out a little bit too much, remember?
No, they are perfect.
Just absolutely perfect.
They look amazing. Watch when they open.
Where's the remote?
Originally, we were toying with the idea of painting these timber floors.
Yeah.
But because they've come up so well, we might stain them, we might lime them instead with a nice white wood stain.
Adds to the light as well.
And is there a price difference between painting and liming?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Great.
Yes, major bonus.
And more cost-friendly design choices with this IKEA wardrobe with sliding doors. And to finish off their romantic bedroom, this button-back headboard in Julianne's favourite shade.
I threw out a few colours to Stephen, and Midnight Blue was the one that he went for.
I was totally against this headboard, so it wasn't my...
But you had input with the colour.
Did I?
Yeah. We're going to kill each other by the end of it. You like it though, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's a lot more French in here than I expected.
Well, that's what we were trying to achieve. We were actually trying to go for a kind of a French Mediterranean feel.
Yeah.
And Julianne wanted that boutique hotel. Yeah. So we have the headboard extending over both sides.
So Stephen, I'm sorry, but like no complaints in here.
No, they sold it to me on oyster. I see purple, but they say oyster, so... I do love it though, it's really peaceful.
Has this room lost kind of the era a little bit too much?
I really don't think so. I mean, you've got your bare floorboards, you've got the shutters on the windows, which you originally probably would have had, but they would have been solid shutters.
And not French.
And not French. But you've got your button-back headboard, which would be a hark back to the old era as well. But we have brought it into the 21st century without a shadow of a doubt.
Interior designer Jean Feeney is helping our first-time homeowners make this place their own.
Jean, what do you think of that for the table? That's 8 foot.
My gut instinct is that it's going to be a tiny bit too big.
Just a last push, and it's just all the little things that are cropping up, and, you know, it's just causing more stress.
Coming up, I let the public in to see what they think of the design.
The mirror on the wall, it looks like something you'd buy in a pound shop.
And Selma, the designer they turned down, is back.
Purple is not my obvious choice for the wall.